Hey guys, what's up? It's Alex here. Welcome back to another Project Cars video, and I was just scrolling through the Project Cars list. There's so many interesting cars in this game, and I thought I'd just try some of them out. But this car is absolutely mental. This is a Mitsubishi Lancer, sort of track day car. It's got wings all over the place. It is mad. There's quite a bit of turbo lag in it from time to time, but oh my goodness, it is fast. So we're down around Brands Hatch here, one of my favourite tracks. Obviously, it's one of my local tracks, or if not my local track, it's only about 20 minutes away from where I am right now. So pretty cool to have this track so close. So I thought I'd give it a go on the game. First time driving Brands Hatch, I think, in this game. So we'll give it a go. So there's 4 classes here in today's race. LMP2, track day cars, GT3 cars, and then rallycross cars. Because I'm an idiot and I should have just put something that's a little bit more sensible as that 4th tier, but it's in there just to create a bit of havoc. So, yeah, not the greatest start to this race. Already off the track here, trying to keep up with these track day cars, which look like LMP cars. I'm not going to lie, these LMP cars, well, sorry, they're track day cars, but they are LMP cars, basically, that are supposed track day cars, and they are as quick as the LMP2 cars. So, it is strange. It's strange why they're in our class. They're so much quicker than us, but it's a challenge. It's a challenge to try and keep them behind and have a bit of fun. So we've got those sort of cars in our class, as well as another one of these Mitsubishi cars, as well as 2, I think they're Aston Martin Vulcans, aren't they? So, yeah, some pretty insane cars in this class. And you might think, like, okay, they're 3 completely different types of cars. They wouldn't be that close, but not going to lie. I mean, okay, the sort of radicals or whatever they are, the really LMP-looking cars, they're much quicker than us. But the Vulcan, the Aston Martin Vulcan, which I would have assumed would be much quicker than us, is quite similarly paced. We'll see that in this race, how close it is. And it's just a lot of fun, this race. I really, really enjoyed it. So even though it's not Formula 1 or anything like that, no single seaters or anything like that, I really want to upload it, but just such a fun little track car combo, and I wanted to share it with you guys, and that's what YouTube is about. So up to the hairpin here, we're going to start trying to catch up to the other Mitsubishi now, because he's now been overtaken by all of the rest of the LMP2 track day cars. That's what we're going to call them, just to make it easy. But yeah, we've all been overtaken by those guys now. They're going to be flying off into the distance there, probably about 2.5 seconds a lap faster than us. So we'll see at the end of the race what the exact time is, but I think, if I remember correctly, it was about that sort of time. But now the sort of main aim was to try and catch down to this other Mitsubishi here, who was a little bit ahead after our shenanigans on the first lap of the race, which meant that we couldn't quite catch him here. So flying up to the start-finish line here, we have pretty good pace. And look, we've actually got a really good run at the last corner, because we've closed them in quite a bit down there into turn 1. So Paddock Hill down here into the dip. Ooh, very sideways through there. The car getting a little bit twitchy. The car is just mental in all areas. On the brakes, it just locks up. On under acceleration, it takes a little bit of time, then the turbo just kicks in, and oh my goodness, you're spinning out the rear wheels like a madman. So it's a tricky car to drive, but it's just a whole lot of fun. That's what I love about some of these cars. They're cars you'd never expect to be in racing games, really. They're just so random, but they are so fun to drive. And you compare this to a car, like, I assume this car is expensive, but it surely cannot be as expensive as an Aston Martin Vulcan. Please correct me if I'm wrong. I would be happy to know, but surely it can't be as expensive as an Aston Martin Vulcan. That car is, I think, wasn't it millions or something? There's a lot of money, and these cars surely can't be that much. But this car looks way more radical and possibly faster. What's it at the end of the race? I can't actually remember the lap time. So through Druid hairpin and trying to accelerate out of here. You can see the car's a little bit unstable, hopping about a little bit. You can hear the sort of backfire as we change up each gear. Listen. Ooh, that is pretty cool. That is pretty cool. Now through here, this is where the car struggles the most, I'd say, through these last couple of proper corners here at Brands Hatch. Just can't get it hooked in, and the cars around us, especially the Aston Martins, I'd say, really getting through there. But look at this, the other Mitsubishi quite slow out of that last corner, has been for the last few laps, and we are starting to get held up behind him now. But it's tricky. We're in exactly the same car, even though he's inherently slower. We can't really get past him just because we've got the same car. So we'll see. Hopefully at the last corner and get a good enough run to get into turn 1. That's what I'm thinking is the best overtaking plan. Look at that. The car skittish all over the place when I'm trying to get the acceleration down. But that's what just makes it such a fun car to drive. It's so unpredictable, but in a way that's quite comical. So you allow it. Unlike a Formula Ford or whatever being uncontrollably like, mate, what are you doing? You're supposed to be planted to the ground. So now through the last corner once again. Not the greatest run this time. a little bit of a scraggly line into the corner, you'd say. Up to the start-finish line. Can we get past him? Thing is, he's just a little bit later than us on the brakes. I mean, I know we're trying the inside line, which is sort of making me a little bit less enthusiastic about diving it down the inside because there's not as much grip down there. But into the hairpin this time, he slightly moves under braking. I mean, I think we should call up the FIA about that, because that could be a time penalty. Just saying. So we're now about halfway through this race, so we're really putting the pressure on our teammate in a way. We're the only two Mitsubishi Lancers like this in the whole field. So yeah, we're sort of battling on track, but we are starting to come up to some traffic, let's say. So you know what I was saying about the Rallycross cars? I thought they'd be an interesting car to be put in there. Well, actually, they're quite a lot slower than I thought they'd be. So last corner this time, we've had a mega run, actually. Up past the Mitsubishi Lancer now to be 5th place in class, just about. But we're still on the inside line, so we're going to brake a little bit earlier than I would have liked. He's going to come try and back around on the outside. Saw them edge him out to dry there, and now he gets overtaken by one of the Vulcans. But I had to get the overtake done because now we're getting into the lap traffic, which is just going to be interesting. They're obviously very fast cars in their discipline. I think these actually are the Rallycross light cars. I can't actually remember. I think they were. So that probably means they're a little bit slower than the normal Rallycross cars. But look at that. Flying past there. We actually have like some boost down the bottom. If we look under the miles per hour, I'm not actually sure what it is. It can't be nitro surely, but it gives you a nice little kick down the straight. We'll see if we can get past another one here down this straight. We should do. We've got the superior top end speed. Of course, Rallycross cars are incredibly quick to 60 miles an hour and probably even to 100, but then of course they don't have the mega top end speed that we have in this car and the LMP cars as well. But oh, a slight mistake. Not what we wanted, and one of the Vulcans is through, straight through. I'd say that's probably our first mistake of the race. Like, well, I suppose we went off the grass a couple of times, but the first proper mistake we've had, and that's ended up with us being overtaken by the Vulcan. Oh my goodness, he closes the line there. There's only a tiny bit of contact. There would have still probably been thousands of pounds worth of damage here. But look at this. Oh my goodness, down the inside. Oh, we turn in. Oh, we've turned in too late. That was a noob error on my part. Luckily, the grass is quite forgiving there that you could just get back on the track. But I thought I overtook him illegally, so I'm just going to let him back through here and try and have a bit of fun with this guy because we're pretty similar paced. Go down the main straight. Oh my goodness, it's absolutely mental how close we're getting to these lapped cars here, who are still quick in their own right, as we're saying, but in comparison to these guys, we're just so much faster. So up to Druid's hairpin, trying to look down the inside of the Aston Martin, who's getting blocked off by this Rallycross car. To be fair, we're not going that much slower through this part of the track than normal because the Rallycross cars are actually pretty sprightly to 60 miles an hour, but these light cars, I assume, are a little bit slower than the full-blown Rallycross cars. So we're past the Vulcan, now back into 5th place in class. And I think finally we're now coming up to the last Rallycross car we need to lap here. So down the inside of him, he just about leaves us room here. But as I put the power down, I sort of slide it up here wide and edge him into the gravel. He's going to hate me for that, but we're through, and that's the main thing. So we're going up to lap number 11 here. We're getting into the closing stages of this race here. So quite a few of these LMP2 cars got held up. So you can see we're currently 5th out of 8th in class, but actually look at the other people in our class ahead of us. They're ahead of LMP2 cars, so they're doing a good job. I would assume, if anything, the track day LMP cars are actually quicker than the LMP2 cars, which is absolutely mental. I'm not sure who makes these track day LMP cars. I mean, I think it's probably someone like Radical. They've got a lot of cars like that, but it's just insane how quick they are. But we're really coming under pressure here from the Aston Martin, and we've lost it. Keep the power, and Alex drifting it slightly, smashing into a WMD banner, and then the Aston Martin smashing into it. But that was another mistake here, under pressure from the Aston Martin, up to the start-finish line to cross that and to go on to lap number 12. Not that many laps here to go. Are we going to bottle this? I would say technically this is the lead of our mini group here. There's sort of a group of 4 LMP track day cars, and then there's a group of 4 non-track day LMP cars. So yeah, I would say I'm ahead of our mini group in subgroup sort of thing. So yeah, I'm happy with this right now. But of course, oh, the back end got away from me here. That's really drastically ruined my run. Oh my goodness, I am starting to bottle it here with a couple of laps to go. And across the line, we're going to go to 3 laps to go here. So we're struggling. Are the tyres going off? I mean, they're starting to, you know, if you look at the bottom right-hand side of the screen, you can see the tyres are starting to degrade. The Aston Martin's trying to go on the outside, but there's not a gap around there. He can definitely not overtake through there. So up to the start-finish line, to cross that, 3 to go. Can we hold him off? This has been an intense battle throughout the whole race. It'll be quite gutting to lose it now, but we'll see how it goes here. So up to the Druid's Hairpin once again. Of course, trying to set our best laps possibly, sort of best laps we can possibly do at this sort of stage of the race. You can see we're currently green in our fastest lap. Oh, then the best lap delta pops up and says we're down. Well, that's a little bit confusing, Project Cars. Might want to sort that out, unless that's fastest delta in comparison to the leaders, which I sort of don't understand because it's green. We're definitely not faster than the leading. They're at 2.5 seconds quicker than us. So around the last corner, unless that fastest lap's the last lap. I don't really know. Oh, there's an LMP car in the wall, and there's another one here. As you head down to the first corner, you look down the inside of him. We've got so much more speed to down the inside of him. Into the first corner, turning in. Oh, and he's made contact with us. Oh, what an absolute moron. What an absolute moron. There's one Aston Martin through, and the other one's coming up fast as well. But he just turned into that corner like I was not there. And what did he think was going to happen? Of course there's going to be a crash. I can't just disappear. Now the other Aston Martin's giving me a bit of grief there as he's trying to get past us here. But the penultimate lap of this race, we're taken out by a much faster car. Like, I don't think I can be blamed for that. Okay, I normally can be blamed for my accidents on these sort of games, but surely he should have just left me room and we'd have both got through there side by side. And now I'm absolutely fuming. I'm not ahead of this Aston Martin. There's that car that's basically started all of it. I assume the other LMP car that was slow crashed with that guy, and well, that just caused absolute chaos into turn 1 for myself personally, and dropping me down to second place in our mini group of a mini group. You guys get it. Anyway, last lap of this race. Finally, we're going to be able to finish this race. Can we stay ahead of the second Aston Martin Vulcan? It's been a bit of a scrappy race in the second half for sure, making small mistakes in there, and meaning the Aston Martin could definitely pounce when we, well, made contact there with the LMP car. So that's the way it goes. Can we hold off the second Aston Martin? Oh, that's going to be the main thing. This is definitely the part of the track with the other Aston Martin. Closes in us, and we made a mistake. No, don't do this, Alex. Oh, now he's round our outside here. Oh, we've got to get the power down. Come on. He's on our outside, so we can't drift out wide. No, we've got a bit of a drift on. Up to the start-finish line. Avoid the LMP car. Oh, my goodness. I bottled it. Absolutely bottled it. What an incredible car, though. What an incredible car. That was so much fun. Yeah, that was a frustrating but incredible race at the same time. Let me know if you want to see more videos like this, guys, where I just try some of the weird and wacky cars in the game. I'd really would appreciate it. It'd be really interesting to see. But you can see there, some of the track day cars really mixing it with the LMP cars, which is interesting because their lap times are about 2.5, 3 seconds faster than us. But just interesting to see some of the GT3 cars as well, finishing ahead of, well, actually, pretty much all of the GT3 cars finishing ahead of my second track day mate, who finished all the way down there in 21st position. Not sure what happened with him, but anyway, thanks for watching, guys. Hope you had a great day. Please remember to drop a like on this video and tune into the career mode video, which should be out later as well. Thanks for watching. Have an epic day. I'll see you lads around soon. Goodbye.